to talk to you about a project that I did with my students this semester at Corvinus University in the Landscape Architecture faculty. And we call it the Tavas Meze Artist Garden Initiative. And it's a collaborative design effort to re-envision the building that's called the Roma Parliament. We have a coalition of environmentalists, urban preservationists, landscape architecture students, and architecture students who all worked on this project and are continuing to work on it. You can see District 8. I think anyone who lives here probably has an idea of where District 8 is in the city, right in the center. And within District 8 is a quarter called the Magdalena Quarter that's undergoing quite an extensive rehabilitation right now. And then you can see on the map Tavas Meze Ulica, and then behind it, József Utca 37. Just for reference, this is the Nagykörút. And these were originally part of the same tract in the 19th century when this area was first developed. The Roma Parliament building is not a parliament in the traditional sense of the term, but it's a set of social, legal, and cultural resources for the local Roma population. It also has the only permanent contemporary art collection in Hungary. The building itself is dilapidated but quite magnificent. It started in the 19th century and it's had several additions made to it. The facade is pretty unnoticeable from the perspective of the average Budapest architecture. The rear galleries are quite lovely. There's a large, beautiful cherry tree right behind it, and quite a large empty courtyard, which is the subject that my students were working on. This was the territory that we had the assignment to redesign in the course of this. These are some images from the art collection. You can see it's really quite fine. There are several hundred, if not a couple thousand, of these kept in the Roma Parliament, and it is really quite a major collection. Unfortunately, the circumstances that we have are not ideal. So you can see that this is something that really needs a little rethinking and developing into more of a real cultural center with real exhibit halls and a place to really display this art in a way that it deserves to be displayed. And this is what the architecture students worked on. The building really has quite an important role in the neighborhood. There are a lot of theater events that are held there, a lot of music, quite a lot of art openings, and a number of other things besides the regular daily social and legal things that get done. And then here you can see the József Utca property, and this has been a place for artists to work for more than 150 years. It's a sculpture garden, and the plants have been brought from all over the place by the family that's lived here for about 120 years now. As you look at the apartment house and the studios, you can see where originally there used to be railroad tracks when this was originally a place for stone carvers to work. It's been a place for artists for several decades now. And it's really quite surprising if you know this part of town to come upon a garden like this. It's really quite large and very quiet and very meditative and has a wonderful sort of local history to it that you don't find in very many places in this part of the city. So this initiative began last year, as these initiatives often do, with a threat of demolition. And this coalition came together fairly quickly, and we worked with the local authorities, with the National Preservation Authority, and with Renovate, which is the company doing the rehabilitation of 8th District. And we also got students from the Technical University who joined, and we got a protection order, temporary protection order from the National Heritage Authority, and we negotiated with representatives of District 8 to get 6 months, basically, to carry out a participatory design process. And so we started a series of 5 different planning meetings where the architecture students and the landscape architecture students met with the people who use the building, the people who live in the neighborhood, and representatives of other organizations who were active in the whole project. And through these 5 meetings, we came to devise a plan for the functions of the building and what the courtyard could possibly be. And I think, you know, in the times that we live in, that are, I would really describe as nothing short of perilous, there's no way you can estimate the value of a cooperation like this. So this was really the first time that the Technical University and my university and all these other groups have collaborated on a project. And I think this has taught the students some design skills that they wouldn't get in any other course. So we think it's been really, really valuable from an educational perspective and from a community development perspective. Thank you.